Did you know ancient Romans enjoyed heated floors, baths, and indoor waterfalls? Hello and welcome to World History Encyclopedia. My name is Kelly and today's video is all about the widespread architectural feat of the Roman Empire that was used for both bathing and socializing, the Roman baths. Don't forget, the easiest way to support us is by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting that bell icon for notifications so you don't miss out on any new uploads. World History Encyclopedia is a non-profit organisation and you can find us on Patreon, a brilliant site where you can support our work and receive exclusive benefits in return. Your support helps us create videos twice a week. So make sure to check it out via the pop-up in the top corner of the screen or via the Patreon link down below. Public baths were a feature in ancient Greek towns, but during the Roman Empire, they became a common attribute of Roman cities as a place to swim, relax, read, and socialize. The Romans expanded the Greek baths and incorporated a range of different facilities, and they became so popular that even smaller towns boasted public baths that were usually close to the forum. Wealthy citizens may have had their own private baths in their villas, and baths were even constructed for the army when on campaign. But it was the larger balnea or thermae, the bathing complexes, that became monumental feats of architecture and engineering, with arches, vast colonnades, domes, and underground heating. And these complexes were decorated lavishly in mosaics, marble, and statues. The baths would open around lunchtime and would stay open until dusk. They were accessible to all walks of life, and in the reign of Diocletian, the entrance fee was only 2 denarii, which was the smallest denomination of bronze coinage. During public holidays, festivals, and other such occasions, the baths were free to enter. Up until the reign of Hadrian, the baths would have been visited by men and women. But after he passed a law forbidding both sexes visiting the baths at the same time, some establishments had different opening hours for men and women, and some built new facilities, such as the Roman baths at Bath, so that they could accommodate men and women at the same time. Many incredible examples of Roman baths have survived for nearly 2,000 years, and from all around the expansive territory of the empire. In Libya, North Africa, the splendid Leptis Magna baths and their well-preserved domes survive from 127 CE. There are also the Baths of Diocletian in the city of Rome from 305 CE, the large bathing complex of the Antonine Baths at Carthage from circa 162 CE, and the complex of Timgad at Ephesus in Turkey. The most famous, though, would be the Roman baths in Bath that were built on the only thermal springs in Britain, and the Baths of Caracalla in the southern area of Rome. The Roman bath complex in Bath was constructed by the Romans in the 1st century CE, as well as a temple in honour of Sulis Minerva, a Romano-Celtic deity, composite of Sulis, the Celtic goddess of the healing and sacred water, and the Roman goddess of wisdom, Minerva. The bath complex became an important spa and pilgrimage site during the time of the Western Roman Empire. The Baths of Caracalla are perhaps the best preserved of the Roman baths, and are the second largest behind that of Trajan's Baths of Rome. The Baths of Caracalla date to around 235 CE, and the huge walls and arches are still standing today. The structure reaches a height of 30 metres, and the whole complex used 6.9 million bricks, with 252 interior columns. It boasted a large swimming pool, glass windows, 2 libraries, a watermill and waterfall, and was large enough to need 4 entrances to accommodate the 8,000 daily visitors that arrived there. It was also beautifully decorated with glass mosaic ceilings and mosaic flooring depicting fish scales and scenes of mythical sea creatures, many of which survive today. Since public baths became so popular and widespread in the empire, the features became somewhat standardized, although there could be additional features added to the complexes. A bather would begin in the apoditarium, which were the training rooms, and then head to the palaestrae, which were the exercise rooms. After exercising, they would move on to the open-air swimming pool or notatio, and then may feel like having a good sweat in the superheated, dry and wet sweating rooms of the laconicum and the sudatorium. Having had a good sweat, the bather would then make their way to the calidarium, which was a hot room, which included a hot water pool and a labrum, which is a separate basin on a stand. After the hot room was the warm room, with a pool known as the tepidarium. These two steam rooms were a part of even your most simple Roman baths, and were heated by hypocausts, or underfloor heating. Then it was time for the room that was often domed and monumental in size, the cold room or frigidarium. There would also have been rooms for massaging and other facilities sometimes included as a part of a Roman bathing complex, such as cold water plunge pools, toilets, libraries, private baths, fountains, lecture halls, and outdoor gardens. Through the construction of Roman baths came the development of the architectural dome, with the earliest surviving dome being from the frigidarium of the Stabian Baths at Pompeii from the 2nd century BCE. Domes then became a part of many other building projects, especially in the public buildings like basilicae. Roman baths were built using fireproof terracotta bricks numbering in the millions. And although the early baths do not seem to have been well planned, by the 1st century CE they were built beautifully symmetrical. The early baths used natural hot water springs or braziers for heating, but heating technology became more sophisticated in the 1st century CE with the development of underfloor heating known as hypocaust, that was fueled by wood-burning furnaces or praefurniae. The Romans didn't invent the hypocaust, as the Greek baths also used underfloor heating, but the Romans improved upon the concept with huge fires sending out hot air under the suspensurae, or raised floor, that stood on pilae or narrow pillars of either solid stone, hollow cylinders, or bricks. Then atop the pillars, the ground was paved with 60cm squared tiles, which were often then decorated in mosaics. Hollow rectangular tubes in the wall also carried the hot air made by the furnaces to help with heating, and tegular mammutae, special bricks with bosses at the corners of one side, would help trap the heat and insulate the space against heat loss. From the 1st century CE, glass was used in the windows, which not only helped to add heat to the rooms via sunlight, but also helped with the regulation of temperatures. Of course, you couldn't have baths without water, and a lot of it was needed. Water was supplied by huge reservoirs in the bath complex and purposefully built aqueducts. Water was heated in lead boilers over the furnace, and then the water could be added to the pools via lead pipes. The Roman baths, even in ruin, demonstrate the brilliance and efficiency of Roman technology, architecture, and engineering the civilization has become famous for. Why do you think the Romans put so much effort into public baths? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our new uploads. This video was brought to you by World History Encyclopedia. For more great articles and interactive content, head to our website via the link below. If you like my sweater, you can find this design and a bunch more in our shop at worldhistory.store, or you can find a link for it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon with another video.